Because there's this debate about governors issuing bursaries. And there's what Raila Odinga is saying, and he's in the broad-based government, that it would appear the national government is keen to take over a lot of county projects, including markets and road construction, apart from the national highways. We know about the debate and the debate about the road maintenance levy and where it should be domiciled. Do you agree that there's a lot of confusion on who should be doing what, yet the Constitution is very clear on this issue?
Okay, I think in terms of execution of projects, it's a bit sad that as a country with a unified government, we should be wrangling about who does what. I think the most important to the public is that work needs to be done and needs to be seen to be done effectively and efficiently. What has happened within the county government framework is that most of the governors have become clout-chasers. They like projects that are quick wins, and the core business in which they are supposed to handle, it has been rather sad that it has been left not attended to. If you look at the health system within the counties, it is wanting, and things that we are hearing that is happening in terms of running those hospitals, they have been run down. You get a hospital without a doctor, it is being run by a nurse. You get the whole night women are delivering and there's only one nurse. You know, they leave the core that don't add them bonga points and try to chase things that either they make them popular or they make quick cash, you know, like things. Of course, if you look at the road network, if you come to my constituency, I can tell you, Kera, through the RMLF levy, we have been able to do a lot in terms of maraming those you know roads are marked which one is Kera, which one is counties. But what has forced us is that because the Wananchi will not know which road is this, it has forced us Kera to be able to handle all the roads, because if you look at our county, for example, they have the money for the roads, but they don't do anything. But most of them are
members of the National Assembly doing the same. That's what you're saying.
By the way, members of, I don't know this notion to say that members of National Assembly do roads. We have agencies in Kenya that are national government that do roads. We have Kena for the highways. We have Kura for the urban roads, and we have Kera for the rural roads. Now, when you say that, I don't know when did the members of parliament become an appendage to those agencies are there to ensure that technically they are able to handle our roads, and they have been doing superb job.
Aren't they doing the same under the direction of the members of the National Assembly?
Let us remove the issue. You know, the issue of National Assembly in terms of roads does not appear. Even in terms of CDF, we don't appear anywhere for that matter.
I saw posters with the names of members of parliament.
But they are under ministry.
But they are, you see, when you get to NGCDF board is under Treasury, Economic Planning, State Department of Economic Planning. That is where they report to. In the structure of management of CDF, the member of parliament just does our normal role that is enshrined in the Constitution, that is oversight. So to even imagine that members of National Assembly are even doing roads is, you know, sometimes people just read what they want to hear. I don't know, they just imagine and read. We have agencies that have been set up under the law to manage our road network by using the fuel levy. That is it. And that is a national government function. When, you see sometimes, in the devolution, let us finish. In the devolution framework, the DORA, when we are agreeing, the equitable shares that goes to counties, all those functions, including the county roads, have been factored. So when we are giving counties 401 billion or 387 billion for last year, all those things are there. And what remains is for the national government to be able to work with. But now when you run away from the equitable share you have been given, you can imagine the equitable share that they have been given. Right now, 90% go to recurrent expenditure. Only 10% goes to development. And then from that development, they also...
Is it really right to argue that county governors have failed in a way? That's why MPs want to take over.
May I finish? If you go, for example, Uasin Gishu County, that gets around 12 billion. That 12 billion, we have 6 constituencies. Suppose using the model of CDF, we were given 2 billion each. How you can see wonders. In fact, we shall not even mention the but that money, about 85% to 90% goes to recurrent expenditure. When a governor comes,
Two
he
wrongs
comes
don't make
with
a
around
right.
1,000 people
Two
to
wrongs
employ
don't make it right.
as if there were no